We all know that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So that's what they say. What if I was to tell you that that very same thing, imitation, is what killed a thing that really shouldn't have been a thing in the first place? Hey, we're going to talk about it right after this. Hey, what's going on out there in YouTube land? Welcome to another dope video here at No BS Allowed TV. I am your host, that guy, King P, aka Big Game James, aka The Ice 9, aka Pastor Offering, aka the reason why you are here. I thank you for coming by my channel. You are now tuned in to the place where we discuss truth, life, love, and all dope things in between. Shout out to the new subscribers, Candace Lynch, Miss Jessica. I see you. I appreciate you. Salute. All right. Now, y'all know how we do it, so let's get right into it. I want to preface this by saying, I mean what I'm saying in regards to the title in a sarcastic way. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Now, I want to go on the record as saying that, I mean no disrespect, this is not to denigrate Mr. Samuels. There's been a lot said about the man when he was alive, even more said when he was gone. This isn't so much about Mr. Samuels. This is the effect that he had on a certain space and why that certain space is no longer relevant. Now, what I am talking about is this. If you've been on YouTube or the internet long enough in recent times, you have heard about the manosphere, alpha males, red pill, all that. And it has come into the national consciousness, actually worldwide consciousness, within the last 2 years. And a big catalyst for that, now it existed before there was ever a Kevin Samuels. However, when Kevin Samuels came to prominence, it just blew things up to larger proportions. And the issue with that is that Mr. Samuels' success spawned a generation of imitators, and especially once he passed. But not only did he spawn a legion of imitators, he also spawned a section of males who only wanted to come online and spit venom and vitriol towards women. And that in and of itself was one of the big reasons why that red pill shit is no longer popping. And it never should have popped off in the first place. Basically, all it did was give a platform to bitter individuals. Now, as with all things, once something becomes popular, you begin to get watered down versions. There was a Coca-Cola, then every soda company had to have their version of Coca-Cola. And so on it goes. And in this particular instance, when Mr. Samuels popped up on the scene doing his thing and he went viral, you had all these cats coming out the woodwork talking about, oh yeah, they're high value men and all this other stuff, and all of their content was geared towards the bashing and the degradation of women. It was just a bunch of crying. All of that shit was just a bunch of sorry fuckboys who never got any play from women. All of a sudden feeling empowered because here they had an example of how to win an argument with a woman. And that's basically all it was. When Kevin Samuels was doing his fragrance thing and and all that and talking about how to dress and what have you, let's keep it a buck, y'all. He had maybe 50,000 subscribers. But then when he was talking about trying to tell the men how to, get their shit together and all that, again, low subscriber numbers. But once he got into the whole thing of talking about women and and all that and spewing this this manosphere jargon and all of that, that's when he took off. And then as he accelerated in popularity, the whole manosphere thing took off. Well, just like real estate has a bubble, that red pill shit has a bubble. And that bubble has burst. Because the thing of it is this. Now, me personally, I am not a staunch supporter of Kevin Samuels or anything of that nature. He said a lot of things that I didn't necessarily agree with. And a lot of his talking points came from racist individuals such as Thomas Sowell, I believe that's his name, and Rollo Tomasi. And it was a European way of thinking. Oh well, the ladies, unless they are, 135 pounds, that's the only way that they can be deemed attractive and things like that. I can't support that shit. And I definitely cannot support anything that is disrespectful to black people. And a lot of his rhetoric came from those viewpoints. And so, yeah, there was a lot of things that I didn't necessarily agree with when that he would talk about. However, he did make a lot of salient points. He made a lot of great points. And his way of doing things, his mannerisms, his candor, and all of that, his way of speaking, the charisma, all of that, A1. I give credit where it's due. However, not everybody that hopped on this internet was Kevin Samuels. And there was a lot of suckers who got on here after that who felt empowered to just vomit all over females because they felt, okay, this is my time now. This is what it is. And so you had a lot of individuals doing that. And again, too much of one thing is bad. And so when you have too much sucker shit, it wears its welcome out. Bottom line, men who don't subscribe to all that crying, who don't have problems with women and all of that, who actually go outside and who actually can have a conversation with a woman and interact with her on a human level, they got tired of that shit. The women got tired of that shit. It just became too much. And so slowly but surely the tide turned. And then things went downhill and it just slid off into shit creek. And that's where it is now. Because if you notice, with the exception of a few individuals, and I'm not gonna call any other names or anything like that because again, this isn't about so much calling people out or trying to diss people or anything like that. It's just my observation. And even still, even though I'm saying Kevin Samuel's name, you have to understand I'm saying it like how they said Michael Jordan ruined basketball because he was so damn good, or Steph Curry ruined basketball because he was such a great shooter, because everybody wanted to be like him. Same thing applies here. When Kevin Samuels popped up on the scene, he spawned a legion of imitators, as I said. So these imitators, they weren't even half as good, and they weren't charismatic. They all they did was just get online and just talk a bunch of bullshit, whine and cry about women, and that basically brought the whole brand of the manosphere down. Which, in a sense, which to be perfectly honest, the manosphere never should have been a fucking thing in the first fucking place. It never should have been. I'm all for men being men having healthy relationships, developing themselves, and all of that. But see, all that extra, nah, can't support that. Never will support that, because all of that is sucker shit. How is it that you feel entitled to a woman's attention, a woman's anything, when you haven't done any damn thing? You have to understand, a lot of these cats that's sitting up here talking all this nonsense, they've never done a damn thing. And they never will. All they will do is just talk. They can't show you how to get any money. They can't show you how to better yourself. They can't do anything other than talk. They stay right there in that pocket. And if you break it down, you'll see that for yourself. All them dudes in high school that you used to go to high school with, who weren't getting no girls and all of that, who wasn't getting no attention from women or whatever, and they grew up to be basic bitter ass dudes. And they hopped on the bandwagon, and then they drove the bandwagon off a cliff. And now things are where they are. So Kevin Samuels became the poster child for this. You had cats, even Father's Day just passed. You had cats that were putting up posts saying, oh, well, Kevin Samuels was like a father to them. Now, come on, man. Come on. Do better. I understand the man made an impact, and again, I have to keep reiterating this, because I don't want you know what, fuck it. I want all the smoke. If you feel like I'm being disrespectful by telling the truth, well then come on with it. Get in the comments, say what the hell you say. Whatever. We keep the buck over here. I'm not disrespecting Kevin Samuels. I'm not saying that the man was trash or anything like that. I didn't know him personally. All I'm saying is that he became the poster child for a movement that was inundated with suckers. So if you calling yourself red pill, you calling yourself alpha, you calling yourself whatever other than a damn man, you are a sucker. Because before you are any damn thing, you are a man. First and foremost. Doesn't matter if you're a millionaire, doesn't matter if you're a thousandaire. You are a man, first and foremost. You suckers out there keep on trying to label yourselves to make yourselves feel better about your ineptitude. Because a lot of you haven't done shit, and again, will not do any damn thing. So therefore, you are always looking for somebody to substantiate your miserable existence. That's just what it is. Nobody is saying that, okay, there's not bad women out there. But you know what? There's not as many bad women out there as there is suckers. Real live dudes don't have any problems with women. They know how to move and groove and go on to the next if the thing don't work out. Basically, all it is that a lot of you lack game. You don't have any game. Never had it, never will. And so you look and you live vicariously through these other individuals, including Kevin Samuels. And you sit up here and say, "Oh, well, he was a father figure to you." Man, you're a grown ass man. You should be ashamed of yourself. But anyway, the bottom line is this. If you don't have confidence in yourself, you don't have any belief in yourself, you look into another man to give it to you, it's fucked up. I mean, it's fucked up. I don't know how else to say it. It makes zero sense. It's crazy. But a lot of you who subscribe to this whole red pill and all that, that's what you guys are. That's what you are. A lot of you secretly hate women. You don't mind getting down in the bedroom with them, but all the other shit, no, you hate them. And that shows that you have some deep underlying issues that you need to, go get checked out, as opposed to being on the internet always searching for content that disrespects and denigrates women. I mean, a lot of you out there, man, y'all some sorry motherfuckers. It's just what it is. And so that's just the bottom line. But at this point, I have talked long enough. I didn't mean for the video to go this long, but I had something that I needed to say. If you feel that I have added value with my content, do your boy a favor. Like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe. It helps the channel to grow, and I'm definitely trying to grow this thing. We're getting close to 500 subscribers, and I appreciate that. So help me get there. Help me move beyond that point. I'm trying to go worldwide, baby. That's what it's all about. Now, I will leave you with these words of encouragement. As always, never allow past mistakes or things that you didn't do correctly the day before stop you from doing your best the next day. Because every day that you wake up is an opportunity for you to be the best that you can be. Only you determine whether or not you're going to do that. Nobody else can do that for you. Nobody else can tell you that you have no chance. Well, they can tell you, but you don't have to listen. So, as always, good people, I will leave you how I always do. Until next time, peace.